Hey guys, I have a very cool dinosaur video today, which will be another super colossal unboxing, this time atrociraptorghost. But first off, I want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, that's insane, and thank you so much for over 100,000 on TikTok, that's even crazier. So this guy was a gift from my father for my birthday, so let's unbox him and compare him to the other super colossal raptor, Indoraptor, close enough. Okay, Ghost has been freed, and some mild chaos theory spoilers, so if you haven't seen season 3 yet and you're intending to, go watch one of my other unboxing videos. But I thought it was so cool how we saw Atrociraptor Red control the leucistic baryonyx with the clicking, and obviously Atrociraptorghost's death was very, very sad. But personally, I've seen a lot of debate on like, oh, the handler thought she could like tame the Carnotaurus, how stupid was she? I think she purposely committed Carnotauricide. Like, I think she had full intentions of getting eaten because she just wanted to save the rest of her atrociraptors after Ghost was killed. But anyway, enough on that depressing note, I'm going to assemble this guy. Let's assemble this atrociraptor. So we have right leg. Done. Ooh, dinosaur foot reveal. And last but not least, we have the tail. This is not graceful for the Ghost. Doesn't want to go in. Nice. Okay, so now we can look at Ghost in all his glory, or is it a she? I'm actually not sure on the genders of the atrociraptors. I always assumed they were males because, in my opinion, the atrociraptors were the perfect antithesis to Owen Grady's velociraptor pack. Like, they were complete opposites, even in the way that Owen and Blue survive and the rest of his velociraptors die. Whereas the handler and her main raptor Ghost are the ones that die and all the others survive. So I always saw them as perfect antitheses. This model is gorgeous, I've got to say. I absolutely love the head sculpt. I'm going to bring that closer. Look at the eye. The colouring reminds me of the Indominus Rex, but it's probably why I love Ghost so much, because we all know I'm the #1 Indominus Rex fan. I'm going to call him a he, so don't cancel me if Ghost is actually female, but in my opinion, the Atrociraptor should be males because of the whole antithesis to the Velociraptors. I love the striping along his back. You can't really tell, but it's actually 2 different shades of brown. Also, I'm glad they gave it a longer tail, because obviously in a lot of the Mattel figures they used to give them quite stumpy tails, whereas this looks like pretty accurate for a raptor. I guess that means I better compare him to my other raptor models. But before I do that, articulation, left and right on the tail, that's it. The legs, pretty decent, but they only usually have about 3 stances with the super colossals, so you can have them standing up, looking in like a kind of middling natural position, or crouching. I think the crouching also looks pretty good on the raptors. The hands are a bit awkward. I think they've used the exact same sculpt on Blue. There's neck articulation, and of course upper and lower jaw articulation, and they do swallow figures and they come out at the hatch on the bottom. So first up, I'm comparing the super colossal Indoraptor figure to the super colossal Atrociraptor, and I gotta say, I still think the Indoraptor is one of my favourites because they gave him a kind of shiny finish rather than the usual matte. Oops, sorry Ghost. But they're both such gorgeous figures. I'll do a side-by-side comparison for size. Okay, so here you can see the super colossals are all around the same length, so around 3.5 feet, though the Atrociraptor and Blue are definitely a little bit longer than the Indoraptor. And Atrociraptorghost does actually seem to have the bulkiest body of all 3 of them. They all look so judgmental, I can't. But one of my favourite things about the super colossals is how screen accurate they always look. The sculpt's always incredibly movie accurate or series accurate. Especially Blue with her eye is amazing. Ghost is pretty plain, but the rest of his sculpt is just absolutely phenomenal. Look at all the osteoderms down the back. The lips also look really good, and they seem to close a bit better than Blue. Also, my main gripe with the Blue figure is she's absolutely gorgeous, but the no neck articulation is really annoying. I'm really glad that these 2 figures have it. But yeah, you could definitely keep your wallet in this guy if you wanted to. My only issue with the sculpt on both these figures is the hands always just seem a little bit awkward. But yeah, if you are a fan of Atrociraptorghost, I'm going to have to absolutely recommend you get this figure. Absolutely gorgeous sculpt, obviously a pretty huge size, around 3.5 feet long, so I know people laugh when I hang them like fish, but compared to me that's like pretty much my size. But yeah, I really enjoyed this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it too, so please like, subscribe, and I think that's everything. Leave a comment if you want to.